What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making their debut on the channel tonight. This is really the name of the band? I guess so, I'm gonna go with it. We have The Faces. Yes, indeed, how about that? The Faces making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bibbidi-bob, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from James Smith, and James wanted to see me react to this song by The Faces called I Know I'm Losing You. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, hold it right there. Yeah, I recognize this song. I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Scottish TV, T-E-E-V-E-E. I kid you not, all one word. Scottish TV, and the video has 261,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Faces, I Know I'm Losing You, live 1972. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Ah, the 70s. What a time to be alive. One of those bell bottoms, my goodness. Nah. It sounds like him, and he looks like him. Okay, I am probably wrong. I know I'm probably wrong. I'm well aware of that, but I'm sorry. He sounds like him. He looks like him. Is that Rod Stewart? Is this one of Rod Stewart's early bands?
Get some facts and come back and see me.
It's hard to tell because we got some crazy camera angles going on. I love it when camera people are creative and they think they're being artistic and they tilt the camera like 45 degrees. I'm like, all you're doing is giving us neck strain. But I don't know. I like I said, I'm probably wrong. I am probably wrong, but I swear that looks and sounds like Rod Stewart. So if I were a betting man, would I put money on it? I would. I'll put $20 down. I'll put $20 down. If I'm right, then nothing happens. But if I'm wrong and that's not Rod Stewart, I'll donate $20 to St. Jude's right now. So let me know in the comments if I'm right or not. And guys, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. I got no problem donating $20 to St. Jude's. I got no problem doing that whatsoever. But something tells me I don't know. I feel like I'm wrong, but my gut's telling me that's him. Rod Stewart. Wow. Okay. Let's keep going here. I think it's the facial hair that's throwing me off. Why?
I know I just got to groove you. Oh, I'm losing you. Feel it in my bones. Day you'll be up and gone.
I can't look at it. It hurts.
Losing you. I know
Oh, thank God it's over.
I know I've got to groove you. Oh, I'm losing you. Feel it in my bones. Day you'll be up and gone.
Swear to God, it's him. It's gotta be him. Are we gonna get a drum solo here? My goodness. I'm digging the groove of the song overall. I'm digging the direction. I'm digging the feel. I'm digging the vibe. The chordal progression. You know, seriously, it's 1 to the 3 to the 4 to the 5 to the 7 to the 1. I mean, it's very easy to follow along. It's not difficult at all. I like what the bass player is doing. Playing him with the fifths. You know, he'll we're on D, right? So D to A, D to F, C, F to the G, D, G. And then back to, actually, it's going on to the 4 again, isn't it? F, C, F, do, 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 do. He's just playing around with the fifths. And every once in a while, he'll throw an octave in there. You know, every once in a while, just to kind of freshen things up a little bit. Very easy to do, very easy to play. But here's the thing, though. In a song like this, with a groove like this, you don't want to be doing anything overly complex. You want to be playing it simple, smooth, in the pocket with the drummer. And 1 to 5, not a bad way to go. At least you're active enough that you're not just playing root notes. So that's good. I can hear the keyboard back there, filling out the sound. Really nice. Guitar works nice. Vocals fit. Still tripping. That I swear to God, that's Rod Stewart. It's the facial hair that's really kind of throwing me off. It's the goatee look. Like I said, I'll put $20 down, but if I'm wrong, I'm not going to be shocked. I'm just waiting for the comments. You know, that's not Rod. That's so and so, and I'm like, I don't know who so and so is. He looks like Rod Stewart. Sounds like Rod Stewart. I'm just waiting for that in the comments. That's fine. I'll donate $20 to St. Jude's. Let's see if we're gonna get a drum solo here. Let's see. I was planning on pausing anyway, but I bringing the tempo down the way they did right there. That's interesting. Jeez. Anyway, I see why we're almost done. My bad. I didn't know we only had like a few seconds left. So they're wrapping it up. Okay, they're taking it on home. The drums solo, I mean, it was good. I wasn't really terribly impressed by anything he did. I mean, it was pretty rudimentary stuff, but it was done well. It was done clean. So I'll absolutely give him that. Just simple fills, simple, tom work, simple snare work, the single hand rolls. I mean, he has some nice flams in there. I'll give him that. The cymbal work was good. It wasn't overly used. Cymbals weren't overly used. He stayed on the skins primarily. Now, overall, it was a good drum solo. It was all right. I mean, for for having a drum solo in the middle of a song like that, you don't want it to go on for too long. So I don't think he did. Yeah, it was fine. It was fine. Let's finish this out and we'll get to the review.
Your love is fading, girl, I can feel it fade. 1 minute's gone away.
There's really not, okay, when it comes to the song, there's really not a lot to talk about. When it comes to the musicians and the performers themselves, it's not so much anything I want to talk about, but I have questions. I definitely have questions. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was The Faces with I Know I'm Losing You. This was a request from James Smith. Okay, like I said, I didn't have to think very long about the song to come up with a score here. The score came to me pretty quick, and honestly, when it comes to the song itself, there's really not a lot to talk about. But I do have questions, and I'm hoping that people in the comments can tell me if I'm right in my I don't want to use the word assumptions, but in my query, I'm kind of curious to know if I'm right with my suspicions. So let's get to the score first. We'll talk about the song, and I'll save all the questions for the end. So starting off with the score here, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that a 6.4. Yep, 6.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, before fans of The Faces decide to lose their minds on me, let me explain what that 6.4 means. Because I know when I get into the 6s, in particular when I get into the 6s and 5s for some reason, people don't understand and they equate a 6, like for example, a 6.4, they'll equate it to a 64%, which in education would equal out to a D, you know, or a 6.4 might even be as low as a D minus. Guys, that is not the case here. Listen carefully. I promise once you hear what a 6.4 really means, you'll probably be you'll feel a lot better about it. So let me explain what a 6.4 means. A 6.4 would equate out to a pretty good skill rating. So I think this was pretty good. It would also get out to 3 out of 5 stars, and here's the key one, and a B minus letter grade. Not a D minus, a B minus. B as in boy. So there you go. A 6.4, which was a pretty good skill rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B minus letter grade, okay? Calm down, everybody. I promise it's gonna be okay.
We'll see.
Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Okay, remember, I don't care who you are on this channel. I don't care what the band is. I don't care how famous the band is. I don't care how popular the band is. Everybody starts at 5.0. 5.0 is the starting line. Now from there, depending on how the song goes, your stock can go up or your stock can go down. You can go up in the 6s, 7s, 8s, and 9s. You can go down into the 4s, 3s, 2s, 1s, and even 0s. So, I mean, it really kind of, it's up to the band, it's up to the musicians where we go. In this case, stock went up. We went from a 5.0 up to a 6.4. Look at it that way, and I promise you, you're gonna feel a lot better about it, okay? The song itself, if I'm being honest, it's a very simple song, okay? It's very easy. We're literally talking 3 chords. 1, 3, 4. You know, that's pretty much it. So we don't even really go to the 5th that often. I don't even think we even went to the 5th now that I think about it. Maybe we did. Maybe I just missed it. But it just, to me, all I got of it was 1, 3, and 4. Very easy to follow. Now here's the thing. With a song that's as simple as that, seriously, it's 1, 3, 4. There's not a whole lot of complexity to the song, which means in a live setting like this, there's a lot of things you can do with it. You can open it up for solos. on the fly, completely unrehearsed if you want. Now, this was a television broadcast, so I don't think there was any improv going on. I think everybody knew what was coming. Everybody knew there was going to be a drum solo. Everybody knew where everybody was going to come back in, from the drum solo. Everybody knew we were going to have those last 30 seconds decelerate. I think everybody knew because it's for a television show. So, I mean, they're not going to go in there and improv. It's just not, that would not be very good form. So, I'm sure for this performance in particular, everything was pre-planned. But having said that, though, a song like this, you could open up very easily for improv. You could add extended solos. You could add a guitar solo. You could add a bass solo. You could add a keyboard solo. Just say, we're gonna go for this long. We're gonna do this many measures, 64 measures, go. You can literally look at the bass player and go, okay, bass player, 64 measures, go. And the bass player go, okay, and off and running along with the drums and the keyboard. You could absolutely open this up. You could make this song, it was 7 minutes long? You could open it up to like 10, 12 minutes if you wanted. It's very easy to do. Do I recommend that? It depends on your situation. If you're playing a live show, small crowd, everybody, it's kind of an intimate setting, yeah, go for it, knock yourself out. You're playing at a large venue where you're on a time constraint, and if you're especially if you're the opening act, I don't recommend doing that because you have a set amount of time. If you're the headliner, do whatever you want. Obviously, it's your show. But with a simple song like this, you have the opportunity, you have the ability to open it up if you want, and it's really easy to follow. So, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. As far as the musicianship goes, across the board, everybody sounded solid. Everybody sounded solid. I'm not going to sit here and say anything was impressive. I'm not going to say everything was impressive, no, because everything was done very simply. Even that drum solo, if I'm being honest, even the drum solo he didn't really do anything that I would call impressive, but it was solid across the board. The drum solo, it was clean. His playing was clean. Everything sounded well thought out. The ratio, cymbal usage, skin usage, I liked it. He was on the cymbals a little bit, but not as much as he was on the skins. So I appreciate that. I hate it when drummers, especially when they get drum solos, they rely on cymbals. And like 3/4 of what they do is on the cymbals. It's like, oh my God, let them rest. Cymbals are nice for color. They're nice for expression. But what the meat and potatoes of your drum solo should be skin work. Let's show off those rudiments, show off the speed, show off, transitioning from head to head, show that off. Cross sticking, sure, show off some of that. Don't be relying on cymbals, please. That drives me nuts when drummers do that. The bass playing, really nice. Probably the most interesting thing of the song, if I'm being honest. Again, simple 1, 3, 4, but he was throwing the 5s in there. The 5th of every note. So if he was on the D, right, he'd be D to A to D to A, D. And going up to the F, F to C to F to C, F, C, G, and then up to the G. Where he would go, G to D to G to D, G, G, and then back to the F to the C to F to C, F. Going on to the 7 to transition, flat 7, natural 7, back to the root again. Pretty simple bass root. Bass pattern, if I'm being honest. Every once in a while, he'd throw the octave in there, which was nice to kind of break things up. So it's not, too patternistic, too monotonous. No, very tasteful bass playing overall. And I liked his tone. He was coming through nice and clear throughout the entire song. Keyboard playing sounded fine. I didn't hear anything about the keyboard playing that really stuck out like anything that either in a good way or a bad way. So, I got no issue with anything that the keyboard player was doing. You could hear him. He was making his presence known, but he never stood out. Same thing with the guitar playing, if I'm being honest. The guitar playing was nice. It was clean. He had a couple little solo riffs, but he didn't ever take an actual solo, which was interesting. Vocals sounded good. I got no issue with the vocals. I think what he sang fit the context of the song perfectly. Actually, I'm kind of surprised we didn't hear more vocals. A lot of places where he could have had vocals, and he laid out instead, let the instruments take over. Okay, that's fine. I got no issue with that. Artistic, vision. Sure, if that's what you want to do it. No, as far as the song goes, like I said, I think the song deserves a 6.4. I think it's a pretty good song. I don't really feel comfortable giving it any higher than that. But I don't think it deserves anything lower than that either. So I think it's a pretty good job. Now, as far as questions go, this is where I'm going to need some answers. I don't recognize the drummer. I don't recognize the bass player. I don't recognize the keyboard player. I am almost positive that is Rod Stewart on the vocals. I after the entire performance is done, the facial hair is definitely kind of throwing me off. And the long hair. I don't think I've ever seen Rod Stewart with long hair before. But I swear that's Rod Stewart. I swear it is. I could be wrong. I very well could be wrong. But I'm willing to put $20 down on it and say that that's Rod Stewart. Okay, now if I'm wrong in the comments, please tell me I'm wrong. And I will make that donation to St. Jude's, you know, no problem, no questions asked. But something tells me I'm right, and something tells me that's Rod Stewart. The guitar player, I didn't catch on to it until towards the end when we saw a really good shot square onto his face. That looks like Ron Wood. A very young looking Ron Wood from the Rolling Stones. Now I'm even less sure about this one. I don't feel comfortable putting money down on it either. I don't. I am more than likely wrong about that. But that looks like Ron Wood. Is it? I'm curious, man. I would love to go 2 for 2 on this, but something tells me that's not Ron Wood. But it looks like him. It absolutely does. Look, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But if I'm right, please tell me I'm right so I can, feel good about my assumption here. I can maybe go 2 for 2 for once. But in any case, a 6.4, I feel good about that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We got a 6.4, which is a pretty good skill, rating 3 out of 5 stars, and a B- letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.